We will go ahead and continue with our media availabilities for today. We have been joined by Kyle Busch, driver of the number 18 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. Kyle, it's been an exciting week for you guys. Your family welcomed your daughter Lennox. Can you tell us a little bit about how this week's been adjusting to two children?
Yeah, it's been great. Really just thankful for all the blessings that we've had over the years of struggles and trying to get to where we're at today. So really meaningful to be able to welcome home our baby girl. Lennox is doing well. Mama's adjusting and doing well as well too. So working in that man-to-man coverage of children. I'm sure that's going to change as she gets older and more mobile, but enjoying every minute of it right now.
We'll go ahead and open it up for questions. Please raise your hand and we'll get a mic over to you as quick as we can. We'll come down here to Bob and then go to Dustin.
Bob Pockers, Fox Sports. You've had lots of ups and downs on off the track this year. Does having the child and having the baby here, I want to say, make it easier to maybe relax, or do you have any sort of different mindset coming into this weekend?
No, I would say that I feel as though there's a personal life and a racing life, and personal life, career, however you want to interpret that, and I try to segregate those and separate those as much as I can. So being able to have that at the track, sometimes it blends over maybe, but to me, I wouldn't say having a baby girl makes all the struggles of the last couple of years go away. We're in a performance-based business, and being in a performance-based business means you need to perform and you need to do well and you need to win races, and so that's still at the forefront.
Go to Dustin.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. As the series gets to the halfway point of the regular season this weekend, what remain the challenges with this car, or are you to the point where you feel like you're more fine-tuning and more maximizing as opposed to being surprised by the car at times?
No, I think we're all still definitely learning it. I came and did a wheel force test here, thought our wheel force test went well, but the temperature was nothing like it is today, and the conditions are completely going to be completely different. So each week you try to learn and figure out some more tricks of the trade or some little things that this car likes or doesn't like, and I felt like we had a decent package for what we had last week at Darlington, and would like to think what we have coming here is pretty good based off of how Vegas went as well as how the test went here.
We'll go in the back to Caleb and then down here to Lee.
Caleb Vosel with Speedway Digest. Kyle, you have two wins here, one in 2016 and one in 2021 last year. With this new car and this new aero package, do you feel like it's going to be more to the 2016 style racing or the 2021?
I don't remember winning here in 16. I remember, but I don't remember what the car was. I would say it's going to be a blend, but probably more similar to last year. I would say that from testing here, there's not a lot of off-throttle time. You're on the throttle a lot. You have a lot of drag in these cars, so you're slow on the straightaways, but the car has pretty good grip, and you can make time, being in the gas through the turns. So as the track changes or widens out or whatever, I feel like the race is going to end up a lot around the top. But this car is really, really bad in directly following the car in front of you. So you're going to need somewhere else to go. If everybody's on the top, how are you going to pass? So you have to try something else to make moves on guys. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll come down here to Lee.
You've had a love-hate relationship with this track, it seems. You of all people, as good as you are, I've seen you spin out in practice here, I guess, just trying to find the edge. And I guess what I'm getting at with this new car, do you think it'll be more track, that you're worried about, or more car, because you do have things like the heat, the wind, all those different factors that really play into trying to get a feel, and wind can affect you just as much as something with the tires or something like that. And I just wonder if it's do you try to come in here probably more optimistic, even though this hasn't always been your favorite place?
Yeah, I would say it's been, you said love-hate, I'd go hate-love. It started out bad, and it's kind of been good lately, so keep that hopefully going in our direction and in our favor. This place is, was trickier for me with the older asphalt. Since they repaved it, it seems to have kind of come into where I'm more understanding of it, and so I feel like we've got a good shot of continuing that good run tradition here and doing well this weekend.
And if Lennox, if racing is something that she wants to pursue, does it matter what her gender is as far as her options as far as going forward and potentially driving something someday?
Yeah, no, to me it's exactly what I said with Brexton. I mean, if he wants to, by all means, sure, go for it, give it a try. I'm sure her mom would say otherwise, like, let's not have another amount of years spent at the racetrack raising another race car driver, but that's still to be determined with Brexton. I mean, I think Bobby Labonte's kid was older when he decided he didn't want to do it. Matt Martin was older when he decided he didn't want to do it. So you just never know. We'll see what happens.
We'll go to Daniel.
Daniel McFadden, FrenchStretch.com. Kyle, it was announced this week that you got a documentary film coming out at the end of next month. I was just wondering, like, how did that come together, and why did you want to do it?
I was approached by a group of guys who thought that I've got an intriguing story, and that they wanted to put it out there as to how I kind of came in, and then through the tough times of the 2007-8 time frame, 2011 time frame, to the injury of 2015, and then back into winning a championship and winning a championship again in 19. So just sort of through the lows, the highs, the trials, the tribulations, all that sort of stuff. So it's an interesting piece. It kind of puts it all together. They say it's long. I think it's like 100 minutes, 110 minutes or something like that. So it's a little long on the film front, but I don't think it still tells the complete whole story. You need a lot longer than just 110 minutes. I tried to talk them into a Netflix series, but that didn't go anywhere. So we'll see what happens. But excited for it. It's great. Appreciate it. Looking forward to everybody seeing it. I'm sure it's nothing that the avid NASCAR fan doesn't know, but to the casuals, you might get a little bit better understanding of who I is.
All right. And looking ahead to the Coke 600, when it comes to Charlotte, and that track compared to every other track on the schedule, how important is it that with this car, that race puts on a good show compared to what we've seen there over the last handful of years, given the importance of that track?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, it's important that we put on good shows every single week and have great races. That's a really hard one to have a great race on, and have side-by-side action and have close-knit, tight-knit racing the entire time, because let's be honest, I mean, it's a 4.5-hour, 5-hour race. It's 600 miles. It's a long time, and anytime you're putting yourself in a side-by-side predicament, that's taking a chance. And until it comes down to that final pit stop, and after that final pit stop is when the race really starts. So there will be times in which we're riding around and trying to bide time and save ourselves and our equipment. So yeah, I mean, unless you want to call it the Coca-Cola 60, it's going to be hard to sell a Coca-Cola 600 as being intriguing.
We'll go ahead and wrap here with Harry to the right.
Hi, Kyle. Harry Loomis, Griffin Media. Firstly, this is the second natural mile-and-a-half track that we've had this year, not really counting Atlanta. We haven't had a mile-and-a-half since Vegas. We've got Kansas, Texas, and Charlotte coming up. With 4 mile-and-a-half races in the playoffs, how important is it to kind of get it dialed in these 3 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about that as long as I've been in this sport, just with having 5 or 6 mile-and-a-half racetracks in the playoffs through years. Charlotte now moving to the Roval. The last couple, you don't have that one. But, yeah, I mean, it's important. But I think with our schedule and our sport and this car, it's more important to be more diverse anyways. So you got to be good everywhere.
And then I want to get your thoughts on last week we saw William Byron get into an incident with someone kind of went at him in this race interview. Really the first time we've seen that out of him. I know he drove for you in 2016. Have you talked to him at all? Do you still have a relationship with him? And did you give him any advice on how to go forward with that?
Yeah, I don't know what you're speaking of. I haven't seen it, but William and I are still good. Wouldn't say friends, but we talk. Last week actually we were talking because he is working with and driving some super late model stuff that I used to do. So we chatted about that, and we've chatted before. He's helped support the Bundle of Joy Fund over the years. Him and his dad, his family, his mom as well. So they've been a great ally to have, and working with him over the years that I did. I still blame him for stealing Rudy Fugle from Kyle Busch Motorsports, who's now his crew chief. So I'm pissed off about that, but he's a good kid, so he deserves a chance, and he's making the most of that chance right now. He's doing a good job. So, whatever fieriness he has, then by all means, put it out there. Let's see it.
All right, with that, Kyle, we're going to go ahead and wrap.
All right,
Thank
thanks.
you and good luck.
You got it.